He's going to thrive if he provides a soft life for his woman.
There's a study that says when a man gets married to a woman, his life is longer.
Welcome to Date, Affirm, The Real, our live podcast talking about today's relationships and its effects on us all. Please welcome our hosts, Keya McLean, the poet, and Shimeka, the dog therapist. Let's get real.
Come on in, babies. Come on in. We got a show for you today, babies.
Got something for y'all today.
Come on in, babies. Come on in.
Woo! Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in. Welcome, babies.
Welcome. Some of y'all might be new tonight. And if you are, I'm Keya McLean, the poet.
And I'm Shimeka.
That beauty right there.
Shimeka, the dog therapist.
Hey.
I'm a real therapist, y'all. I'm goofy as hell. I'm a real therapist, though. In real life, I'm real licensed. I'm real licensed right there up underneath.
In real life.
Point right there, LMF right there.
In real life. That's how she make the coins. What up, Julie?
Listen, people
see you on the IG side. What up?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. So, welcome to Date, Affirm, The Real. We appreciate you all coming in every single Tuesday. 1 week, you get Keya McLean, the poet, and Shimeka Arnold, the dog therapist. And the next week, you are just treated all month long because then you get Marcus Goodwin, the host, and Junior Lily, a.k.a. Don, our co-host. And look, the fire been happening like a lot.
Oh, and I've missing it.
It's been going down. The fire has been firing. Okay. What's up, Diggs? We see you on the IG side. What up, Diggs? Listen, y'all, this conversation. So I had a totally different topic that we were going to talk about. And then I came across this TikTok video, and it's very rare that I comment on TikTok videos that I know will kind of cause a little bit of controversy in terms of people feeling some kind of way. And then I can tell when I'm dealing with somebody that doesn't have that EI, emotional intelligence. And so I'm not always quick to write a comment, but I was compelled to put a comment on this post, and I was right. She didn't receive what I said. She didn't receive what I said. And I sent it to my cousin like, yeah. It is.
Like, listen, I'm going to be a victim for the rest of my life and leave me alone.
It is what it is. So today's topic is we just can't recover. And I'm going to have our producer, a.k.a. my hubby, roll a clip for us before Shimeka and I get into this conversation. So watch the clip and let's get prepared for some conversation. Yes. All right, babe.
Would never recover from that.
Yeah.
If you were to cheat on me, I would literally never recover because you're always like, you're so perfect. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. You're the most important thing that's ever happened to me. All unsolicited. I'm not like, am I the most important thing? And you're like, yeah, here's a list. You say these things to me randomly. You'll come up and you'll kiss me on the forehead, or you're like, put your hand on my chest and be like, I love you more than anything. And I'm like, damn. So if you were to cheat on me, I would literally never be able to recover or probably even love somebody else in that way, because I would never be able to trust somebody again.
Yeah.
That I would never be able to be that level of vulnerable.
Thank you, baby, for playing that clip. So, as I said,
you blurry, cousin.
I'm blurry.
Yeah.
Let me go back some. My face probably too up on the screen and stuff. My hubby be wanting y'all to see every
there you go,
freckle on my face.
There you go, looking good.
But I came across that, and like I said, I heard her giving her reasons, and it's a longer clip. I didn't play the entire haven't played the entire clip, but just enough for you to understand. You know, she gave some reasons. You heard one of them, because you tell me how much you love me. And that was one of her reasons on why she could not recover. And so the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to take a page out of the fellas' book when you would do this, and that is define the word recover. Okay? So to recover means to return to a normal state of health, mind, or strength. So I want to take it a step further. Recovery isn't just about returning. It's about renewal. It's about evolving into a higher state of being, emotionally and spiritually stronger than before. So I've been through a lot of shit in life. I think we all have, right? And I think a lot of times people will say, when I bring something up, they'll say, well, maybe they meant this. And maybe they said it because of this, right? I don't do that. I don't do that. She said what she said. And she gave reasons for why she said it. So that's what we're going with. I'm not going with the woulda, coulda, woulda, why she said this.
Maybe she was thinking
what the hell she said. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about exactly what she said, which is she would not be able to recover if her husband cheated on her. So I gave the definition of recover. Now, the reason why at some point I'm going to talk, but then I'm going to turn this over to my cousin, the door therapist. What up, Skillet? I'm going to turn this over to the door therapist because we're going to go a little bit deeper into this conversation. But I'm going to tell you what I picked up from just that clip. What healing has taught me is I didn't just recover from divorces, from betrayals, from painful endings, from even grief. And those that know me personally know I've talked about that ad nauseum. I just became better. I became stronger. I became more self-aware. One of the reasons that statement felt heavy for me is because at some point in my life, I think I thought what she said out loud, but I felt like she gave the keys to her own destruction when she said that.
To somebody else.
When that woman said that she could not recover, I wasn't just sad for her. I was sad for both of them because what she spoke, even if she thought it was in love, was manipulation to me. It was like, I'm going to manipulate you so that you are now responsible for my restoration, my wholeness, my wellness.
Right.
I just gave you the
Gave it away.
My destruction. And I felt like, wow. And again, y'all, I've commented on her video, and I really, like, I showed my cousin, I showed Marcus, like, I didn't say anything harmful. I wasn't judgmental. I wasn't harsh in any way. I was like trying to be an auntie, if I'm being honest. Like, I was trying to be an auntie, but she was not able to receive that. And again, I knew that was going to be the case, but I just had to comment.
Right.
Nobody is responsible for your restoration ever in life. And somebody that may be watching this may feel, no, my spouse is responsible for restoring me.
Yes, your mic is doing something.
It is?
Okay, there, better. Yeah.
Okay. So nobody's responsible for your restoration. Nobody is responsible for your wholeness, for your wellness. Like, I think we have really kind of bought into something that is just not true.
Right.
It's like when I hear people say, I'm not whole without that person. You are already whole. That person is your extra credit. That person is your bonus.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm already whole.
Yeah.
When I met Marcus, I was already whole. I didn't say I'm 50%.
Right.
And then when he came along, now I got another 50%.
Right.
The world has truly conditioned us to believe that loving someone else means handing over the keys to our destruction. It's like I can't trust or believe that I can overcome things on my own. I can't trust and believe in myself. Everything with people so much now is external.
Right.
It's external this, external that. Somebody else has to give me this. Somebody else has to give me peace. Somebody else has to give me love. Somebody else has to add to the joy in my life.
Right.
If you do this or do that, you're responsible for how I'm feeling. It's so crazy how we just turn over all of the keys to us.
Right.
All the keys that unlock all parts of ourselves to somebody else. And it's really, really sad. If you do this, you'll break me. If you do this, that'll just tear me apart. Again, it's a form of manipulation.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, before I pass it over to you, cousin, I want to talk about the difference between vulnerability and recklessness. Because I believe vulnerability is good. I believe I have that with my spouse. We can discuss things. We can talk about things. We can be honest about our feelings with one another. But I'm not going to be reckless and turn over instructions on how to destroy me. I know my husband. I love my husband and I trust my husband. But when you turn over the keys to how a person can destroy you, that's being irresponsible. And then those are the people that will play the victim. If her husband does in fact ever cheat on her, she will play the victim. I told you that if you did this to me, it was going to do that to me. But you need to be able to hold space for human error too. I'm not saying expect that your husband will cheat on you. That's not what I'm saying at all. Somebody will misunderstand what I just said. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying though is at some point when you said your wedding vows, you said what you needed to say.
Right.
So you're going to keep reminding him not to do something, and then now you're going to do it in a manipulative way?
You'll break me.
So before you start talking, cousin, we got some people that just joined. Babe, can you play that clip again so people can get caught up on what we're talking about? Play that clip just one more time for us.
Would never recover from that.
Yeah.
If you were to cheat on me, I would literally never recover because you're always like, you're so perfect. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. You're the most important thing that's ever happened to me. All unsolicited. I'm not like, am I the most important thing? And you're like, yeah, here's a list. You say these things to me randomly. You'll come up and you'll kiss me on the forehead, or you're like, put your hand on my chest and be like, I love you more than anything. And I'm like, damn. So if you were to cheat on me, I would literally never be able to recover or probably even love somebody else in that way, because I would never be able to trust somebody again.
Yeah.
That I would never be able to be that level of vulnerable.
So for those that didn't hear the clip, now you've had a chance to hear the clip, so you know exactly what we're talking about and discussing this. I feel like all the things she said that he said to her, you're the best thing in the world. I love you so much. You're so perfect. Those are things she need to be speaking to herself. She need to be I speak those things to myself. So when my husband say that to me, I'd be like, girl, because I already said it to me.
I sure am.
I am all of those things.
I'm amazing.
I am the greatest. I am.
Mhm.
I see that in
Yes,
myself.
yes.
So if he says it to me, again, it's extra credit.
Mm-hmm.
It adds extra for me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't relinquish your power over to anybody. Anybody. So I've said what I needed to say. What you got for us, cousin?
Like,
Therapist.
fine, I don't know. No, I'm saying. Actually, and I want to go back to when she was like, when you telling me all these things unsolicited, but that's again giving our keys to the, giving that power to somebody else external. Because that same person, because even I think about society, and they're always canceling people, right? So, people be like, I love you. And the next moment they'll be like, I can't stand you. So like we hold on to this validation from others, so much so that, it'll break us if they say something bad about us. But people go say something bad about you and somebody go end up cheating on you. Like that's it's just it is what it is, right? It's going to happen. It might happen. There are things that's going to happen and you are going to get over it. You're going to get over things. In that moment, you might feel like it's the worst thing ever, but you will, if you choose to live and continue to live this life, you will get over it. And like you said, it's a learning, each experience. What if we saw every experience that we have with people, with ourselves, as we're growing, as an experience, right? As a learning experience, as learning ourselves, learning about ourselves, learning who we are. What if each experience that we have is an experience in learning about us and how we respond to, to certain situations. And even when you said, like, saying those things to yourself, encouraging yourself, encouraging yourself and making yourself feel good, because that way you won't need the external validation from somebody else. So when they come to you with some stuff, you can be like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that.
Exactly.
Right. It was interesting because I do Akashic Records reading, and the lady was saying, she said, oh, there's some people in your past that's like looking on social media for you. And I said, yeah, because I'm amazing. Like, of course they are. Like, I'm a good person. I'm fun to be around. I make myself laugh. And if you choose not to be around me, it's okay. And the thing is that you're going to, like, some people will miss me. The ones that want to be around me, they're going to miss me. It doesn't make me want to call people and be like, hey, let me check in with you. No, because it wasn't a healthy situation. And I learned from that. And I grew from that moment. And so I don't have to look back. I don't have to go backwards. I don't have to. It's okay. But
and that's the lessons that we need, right? Like, we need those lessons. And I think to minimize ourselves, to think that we don't have the strength that we really do have. I think, betrayal is hard, cheating is hard, lying is hard, all of those things are difficult. I'm not negating the fact that it is a challenge to go through those things. But and I'm big on words. I'm big on the words that I choose to say. I'm big on the words that I speak over my life. And I'm not speaking those words over my life. I'm not going to speak those types of words over my life.
Right.
That means I'm reducing myself.
Yeah.
I'm reducing my power. I'm reducing who I know I am and what I can become, to say that this one thing happening to me will take me out. I've been through too much stuff in life to say that if my spouse cheats on me, that I won't recover from it. Like, it's just so drastic for me. And I think, like, that's what made me pause, and that's what made me comment, because it was like, that's a very drastic measure to take. It's like, if you cheat on me, I would be hurt. That would hurt me. That would affect the trust that I have if I decided to stay with you. That would cause me pain. But I'm not going to recover.
I know, right?
I did,
I'm going to
like
be
I
balled
said,
in the corner. And she was young. If that happens to you tomorrow, you're not going to recover. And so the rest of your life is over.
And I
That's
mean,
the
even
whole
the
life
people
of
that's listening, even the people that's on
Right.
here listening today or that'll come back and listen to the replay, we all can think about situations in our lives where in the moment where it
Like,
happened,
ooh,
we were like,
this is gonna be this.
but
Yeah.
we came out on the other side stronger,
Mhm.
more aware,
Mhm.
taking that lesson and
Yeah.
gleaming from that lesson,
Right.
more powerful than we were when we went into that situation.
Right.
But to like I said, I'm very protective of relinquishing my power over the people.
Mm.
And so it was just so it was so alarming,
Mm.
to hear her say that, because and then to see so many comments of other women saying, me either, girl, me either. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to recover either. And that's why I wanted to have the conversation, because I don't want woman or man
Right.
to relinquish their power over to anybody and think that they
Yeah.
can't recover from that, because you
Yeah.
can
You can.
recover from that. I can assure you. I've
Right.
had my heart broken. I've had breakups.
Mhm.
I had a fiance die. I got past all of that. I healed from all of those things
Mm.
because I chose to heal from those things. I didn't choose to be a victim. I didn't choose to go into a depression. We
Right.
get to make choices about how we want our lives to look.
Mhm.
And I've had people say it's easier said than done. Well, it's your life. It's your life.
Right.
This is your life.
You choose. You choose. I
You
mean,
get to
if you
choose.
and again, if you want to choose to just stay there and not move on, okay. Okay, but I mean that's an interesting choice. I mean, that's
And it's
interesting.
yours.
And it's your choice.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I have lived through so much pain and recovered from it all. Matter of fact, I didn't just recover, I evolved from it.
And that's it right there.
I
That's it right
evolved, I
there.
transformed from it. So you
And that didn't mean you were angry.
exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not in anger, because what I did was heal in a healthy way. And when you heal in a healthy way, the anger is, if I had anger towards anybody, it was myself initially.
Right.
I had to forgive myself. I had to say, okay, Keya, it's okay that you chose that.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay that you were hurt by that,
Right.
because you knew when you chose it, it wasn't for you.
Mm-hmm. You knew.
So it's dangerous to do that. And hold on, because I want to look back at my notes. It was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, the other piece is when you rely on somebody else not to disappoint you, you set yourself up
Mm.
for this recurring pain loop, right? Because you're always thinking, oh, nobody's going to hurt me, because you're going to say manipulative things like that, right? You'll say that to a friend. You'll say that to a spouse. You'll say that to a partner in business. You'll say
Mm.
that to anybody, because you don't understand that disappointment is human.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointment is human. It's something that's going to come up in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You will be disappointed. You
You will.
will meet people that will not come up to the space that you need them to come up to.
Right. That's just
That's just it.
That's
They're
just
not
it.
going to show up and be like, I'm going to do all the things to make you happy and never disappoint you whatsoever.
And if they say that they're not being
But we're
honest
going
with
to do the same thing to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to disappoint people and hurt people,
Yeah.
and whether it's
Intentional
intentionally or
or
unintentional.
mm-hmm.
I think it's diabolical, actually, to tell somebody that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's really diabolical. But
Like, I will never hurt you.
she couldn't see past that.
No. But
And
I did
she even
scroll down somewhere, and one lady said, "Oh, you froze." What'd you say? You
Yeah, you
froze like
froze
that.
it was like,
oh, I scrolled down when I was looking at the comments, And one lady said, "You will recover. It's okay, ladies."
Yes. I saw her comment.
Uh-huh.
She was like, "You will recover." Like,
Yeah.
and that's all she said. Like, it'll be okay.
That's
You
it.
will recover. And at the end of the clip that we played, she said the word vulnerable, right? Because she thought that what she was sharing was a vulnerable moment.
Right.
She didn't see her comment being deceiving. She didn't see it being a form of manipulation at all. You know, she thought that what she was telling her husband was helpful, I guess. You know, and so that puts people in it puts people in a space where, and I'm not even saying her husband was even considering cheating, may not even been a thought in his mind, but now in his mind, he's thinking about, well, I better not do this and I better not do that because she's not going to be able to recover, because her definition of cheating might even be different. Right? She might tell him cheating is just having a conversation with another woman. So now he has to grapple with, she ain't gonna be able to recover from me standing over here talking to this other woman. It's just a conversation. It don't mean nothing to me, but it's cheating for her, and she ain't gonna be able to recover.
Now you walk on eggshells. Now you can't even be yourself, because maybe you're social, maybe you're just a social person. Now you can't be yourself. Now you're gonna be miserable.
Now you're creating a space for him to cheat.
Right.
Like that's kind of what I was thinking about. It's like you're creating a space because he doesn't feel safe with you. He doesn't feel safe to be honest with you and have conversations with you and say, yeah, I was talking to this lady earlier and we, found these things in common and da-da-da-da. And what woman? Why are you talking to that woman? That's cheating.
And so now he can't be vulnerable.
Exactly.
Right. And now he can't be vulnerable.
So one of the things I wrote out, because like we always try to not only talk about the problem or give the symptoms of the problem, we also try to come up with the solutions and take what resonates and release whatever doesn't. So this is one of the things I wrote, instead of predicting your demise, imagine saying this: I love you deeply and I want to build with you. If you betray me, I'll hurt, I'll grieve, but I also know I'll recover because my healing is mine to own. If that's what y'all talking about, that you can easily say, yes, I love you deeply. I care about you a great deal. I would be devastated. I would be hurt by that betrayal. But the recovery that it's going to require is up to me. The work that it's going to take is going to be on me. Let me just say this from a personal standpoint. Every single negative experience or betrayed experience or hurtful, painful experience I've had, I've come out on the other side better for it.
Yes.
And although it doesn't feel that way in that moment, it teaches you something.
Right.
It shapes you into something bigger and better. And you get to learn from that, and you get to make different decisions going forward. And then you get to have healthier relationships. You get to show up in a healed version of yourself. And those things don't even come into your life the same way.
Yeah. Yes.
That's love and power, not in fear.
Yes. I love that.
Juicy said communication wins every time. Babe, can you put the comments up for us, please? Communication wins every time. Healthy communication, because they were communicating. They was on that podcast talking for a long time.
And that was her. That was she was married.
That was her husband that she was talking to.
Oh.
So yeah, they was communicating, but that shit was not healthy at all. You're basically Making this man feel like I better not do this or that. Again, I am not saying for
Now
you
he's
to go
responsible for her demise.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Huh. Yeah, it's interesting. And like you said, you gave over the keys.
It's a roadmap, basically. I'm going to give you the roadmap to destroy me. And let me tell you something. I know when people are first in love and it's just great. Look, I am still a newlywed. Next week is our year. And I've been here. I've been on this rodeo before, though. And you could be so in love with a person and then all of a sudden they don't love you anymore. They are doing mean, nasty, I'm talking about nasty, vindictive stuff to you. And now, what are they going to go in their pocket and get? The key that you gave them. They're going to go right in their pocket. They finna dig in their pocket like this.
Right.
Oh, yeah. If I cheat, she ain't going to recover. Let me go and put this key on in there. It's going down. She gave me the key. I know what to do so she won't recover. Yeah. Ultimatums are never effective. Ever, ever, ever. Never.
Ever.
I trust you enough to do the things that I believe that you will do, but I am a realist. Each and every day I am a realist. I have learned to become a realist. I don't do fluffy princess Disney shit. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Right.
That doesn't serve me.
Right.
What else you got, cousin?
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And yes, that was like, and because when you said manipulative, it took me a minute to be like, to see it, right? And now I'm like, okay. And not knowing that was her husband. I thought she was just on a talk show or something. But that definitely was like, you'll break me. You'll break me if that happens. Like, okay. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was her sitting there talking to her husband. And
so definitely that'll be the victim. Like, you'll be the victim and you'll play the victim role if that does occur. Instead of, again, having a healthy conversation about it, right?
Yeah.
Or giving the space to do so. And giving the space to have that conversation.
And the healthy conversation is like, that's why I wrote what I said. I love you deeply, right? And I want to build with you, right? And I want us to have a successful marriage. And if you do betray me by cheating on me, I would be hurt. In fact, I might be devastated. But my life is not going to end.
Yeah.
Because that's what she made it sound like. Juicy said, and guess what? She could find herself in a similar, if not same situation where she's the one committing the infraction. Of course. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we sometimes can remove the fact that we're dealing with humans, right? Like we remove the whole part of you're dealing with human people. Human people are fallible. Like, you have to understand, like, people are going to make mistakes. People are going to not do all the things that make you feel good and show up in ways that love you. And I can have an emotional day, and Marcus can do something like go sit outside instead of come sit in the room with me because I had a rough day. And I could be like, oh, he doesn't love me. He didn't come in here with me. He went outside, right? If I didn't have emotional intelligence and I didn't know how to care for myself and I didn't know how to
soothe yourself,
I know how to soothe me. I know how to comfort me. And I also know how to open my mouth and say, babe, I need you right now.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas there are some women who will be upset and feel some kind of way
You
because
didn't
their
read
husband
my
went
mind.
outside and she in the room sad, and
You didn't
she did
notice?
not convey that to him, but she expects him to read her mind and have he's just supposed to know. Like, we got to do better at this. And
I was
again, like,
that in my marriage, right? Like you didn't pay attention. You didn't see that but I'm theatrical too, right? So when my drama, I was theatrical in my drama when I was in the drama.
at least you know. At least you
I
know.
know. And I'm like, whoo, sorry. My bad.
I mean, it's just, we're supposed to take these lessons in life and grow from them so that we may be able to help somebody else along the way. And that's why I commented on that post, because like I said, I put myself kind of in auntie position, and I was trying to be delicate, in my comment, but she just did not receive that at all. And it was not to attack her. It was just kind of like to bring this to light for her to see, like, you can recover from anything, boo-boo, anything. We all can recover from anything. Again, it's about your will to recover, your desire to recover, and the work that you put in to recover. But you can recover. That's the thing. Like, I don't want us to be counting ourselves out.
Right, because somebody didn't. I mean, that's not even the worst thing somebody could do. Right?
It's not even the work. Cheating on me is not the worst thing you can do.
It's not the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing to do. But cousin, does this come with age though? Does this come with age? Okay. So it's a lot of things, right? Okay, so I'm watching this show called Change. And so I thought, because I like fantasy stuff, and I like, I'm like, oh, is she magical? Is she a witch? I love those things. But it wasn't that. What it was about this woman that turned 50. And she looked at her husband. Her husband was like trying to catch hot dogs in his mouth and stuff. And she was like, And she went to the kitchen and she was like, let me clean up. And then she was like, she had books. She had a whole bunch of books where she had logged in how many minutes it took to do certain things in her home, like clean the dishes, wash the clothes. She had it was a ledger's books on books on books, right? And so, and so throughout the story, it's like these things that they're talking about. And I think, where we are right now, like, cause they did a whole ceremony and it was like the stages of going through a woman. And it was a really good, like this, just a reverence of things we've gone through, like our first menses, and they celebrated that. And then they went and they celebrated, whatever. So when they got to menopause age, and she was saying, and they were saying, like, we're at this age where, we see things different. We see things different. We've gone and had these experiences where we can sit here and be auntie and say, oh, baby, yeah, baby, you'll make it, right?
Like Juicy just commented, maturation. Yeah.
Yes. And so it's like we share. And I remember when my mother would say, Mom, why you didn't tell me, like, he wasn't good for me? And she said, would you have listened? I said, well, no. I wouldn't have listened. I had to admit that to myself. Like, I wouldn't have listened. I would have kept on doing what I was doing. And I would have found out like I did. And the thing is that I think it just comes with maturation. I think we can share, and some people can receive, but not everybody can receive.
Yeah, and you're right, because there are things that some things people said to me, I took it and was like, okay, Keya, such and such just said that to you, right? And I held them to such reverence and had such respect for them that it's settled in my spirit, right? And then there are things that were said that I just was like, whatever, I figure out on my own, right? And it it went right over my head. Well, that woman, she doesn't know me, right? She has there's nothing for her to reference to say, to listen to this woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even read it in love
Mm-hmm.
like I intended.
Mm-hmm.
She read it and she felt attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's fine because I don't take offense to that, right?
Yeah.
I tend not to take it personal because I understand that's
Mm-hmm.
just where you are in your journey and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I just felt led to say that because there were other women that were commenting and saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
some other woman, even if it was one, might have read my comment and said, hold on,
Mm-hmm.
I can recover from this.
Mm-hmm.
I can recover if this man cheats on me.
Mm-hmm.
And she might sit with that thought.
Mm-hmm.
And she might make a different decision based on
Mm-hmm.
my comment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody might make a different decision listening to us on this
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might recognize something showing up in their lives that's not healthy for them.
Hmm.
And so it's like we may not help all the people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's never really our goal here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really for those that can receive to
Mm-hmm.
receive, right?
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
those that don't find it helpful at all, you
Right.
know, just release it. It's fine with
Mm-hmm.
us. We don't take offense. In fact, we don't care. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I'm just saying, we don't. I don't care. I don't. I mean,
You
and
ain't got
not in a
nothing to
mean
do with
way.
it. Right.
Not in a mean way. It just doesn't get my energy.
It
You
just
know what I'm
right. No,
saying?
you're not gonna pull. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Again,
don't.
age, right? You can take it or leave it. It's
With
okay.
age, with maturity,
With
with
maturity.
confidence,
Mm-hmm.
with understanding, with
Mm-hmm.
the lessons that I've had, I don't pour my energy into shit
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so if it matters, I'll tell you. If it doesn't matter to you, okay. I don't
Right.
care. It's your life. It's your life.
It's okay.
I've
Yeah.
had my life lessons and I'm still getting them.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you know, I understand what my purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
And that purpose is to share,
Right.
you know, and not everyone wants to get a portion of what I'm sharing. And
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. I just know that hearing that was alarming for me because,
Mm-hmm.
again, I never said that out loud. I
Mm-hmm.
never said it out loud. However, I felt it,
Mm-hmm.
right? I've been there before in
Mm-hmm.
relationships where I was like, if this relationship ends, I just don't know what I'm going to do.
What I'm gonna do? Because when then we're and then here's the thing too, and we're taught. You know what's interesting to me too? You know, we get into these marriages and we start young, right? And people want to get married at a young age. But you know, as you go through life, you change. And the goal is always to change together, right? But sometimes that's not even the case. Sometimes,
Talk about it.
man, sometimes the case is that some people stop at a certain area or go this way, right? And then you go this way. And so sometimes it's not this. And then being able to communicate that is a big deal. Like, it's like most of us have not had healthy relationships or have watched or observed healthy relationships to be able to take on a marriage and have a healthy dynamic in that marriage. Most of us haven't had that. And then we expect it to be like, we want to jump into this situation or this marriage or this relationship because we feel like it's going to change us. It's going to make me better. It's going to make me better because I remember thinking this, like, I was like, I'm having sex with people that I'm not married to. I should get married and have sex with them. And I'll just be having sex with my husband.
Oopsie.
I thought it was going to work.
Seems like a good idea.
Instead of dealing with the fact that I was doing that, right? Instead of dealing with the fact that I was sleeping with men. And it wasn't about sleeping with men. It was about me using them as a coping mechanism, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I should
Talk
have
about it.
instead. I'm going to get married because I went to church and church said you're supposed to get married because then that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I have in-house dick. I'll be okay, girl, please. It did not stop me.
And ain't change a thing, right?
I want to do the way I didn't change a thing.
Because what do we talk about all the time on here? If your internal jacked up, you're gonna go out here and be on some external jacked up stuff.
Right.
Okay. It does not, you're not free from going out here and messing up. And then on top of that, and I think this is where people struggle so much. Like this is the interesting part about people not wanting to heal and not wanting to do the work. They're running from it. But you want to go to these other external things.
Messing up somebody else's life because I didn't go.
You want to go to these other external things,
right?
You know, you got to be like, oh well, I care about what such and such think. I care about what such and such doing. I care about this. I care about that. All of these things, other things you want to care about, instead of caring about your own internal system. You're worried about somebody outside of yourself when you need to start with yourself.
Yes.
You have to check in with each other periodically to see where a person's head, thought process of life have changed together or individually to be able to evolve together. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that it's so much deeper.
Right. It's like, yeah, you can do that, but then you have to, again, because again, it's about you working out your stuff too, right? Yeah, let's check in with each other. I agree with that. I definitely agree with checking in and seeing where we are, you know, what we can do better. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't stop anything, right? It doesn't mean that stuff still won't change. Because again, if we're not taught, we're not taught to internally check in with ourselves, to make sure we feel good, to make sure we feel safe. We're not taught that, right? We're taught that we're supposed to, again, first of all, seek external validation. And then as a woman, or even as men, I can't speak for men, I can speak for women. Now, as women, we're taught to like, are we taught? I feel like we're taught. We're taught to like make sure we're like we become mothers, we become wives, and then we're supposed to like set ourselves back or aside or put ourselves, we're not important. And so we have our own traumas coming in. We have both men and women have our traumas coming into the relationship because again, we've never seen a healthy dynamic, healthy relationship. We've never seen healthy communication with our parents. Some of us, I commend parents that like, oh, we don't argue in front of our children, but then how do they know how to resolve? How do you know how to resolve? So they're like, oh, we didn't argue. Well, sometimes we have to have an argument so we can learn to resolve again, because then when you have an argument, then the kids are like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to, and then give the child a space to advocate for themselves. I never got that.
Yeah.
I never got that because I couldn't talk back. It was considered talking back or being disrespectful if I said, Dad, I don't want that, or I don't want to eat, or Dad, you just gave me my allowance. I don't want to give you my allowance back because you want to go, Yeah. Talking back or disrespectful.
And I was I'm also interested, I be diving in. I really be tussling with myself to go to school to be a therapist for real, because I really am interested in people's thought process, and not just their thought process, but like even the history which you go into when you are working with people, because that's where that stuff comes from. So when I heard her say that, I'm thinking to myself, that came from somewhere. In her mind, she thinks that a man cheating on her will destroy her. Did she see that with her mother? Did she see that with her grandmother? Did her mother get cheated on and it destroyed her mother, and she saw that, and now she has internalized that, and now that's what she's saying, not because she's experienced it. She may not have ever experienced it, but you have predestined yourself to not be able to recover from someone cheating on you, and it hasn't even happened. And you're using manipulation, thinking you're using vulnerability. And like, it's those types of things, like that came from somewhere that was put in you, and you don't have the capacity right now. Like I didn't have the capacity at some point, and you didn't have the capacity at some point to think independently, right? And to say, hold on, something's wrong here. This doesn't feel healthy. This doesn't feel good. to think about, to have foresight of you doing X to me and it turning out to be that for me. You know, I don't sit and think about, if Marcus does this, this is going to happen to me.
Right.
Where does that thought process come from? Now, again, I've been there. 20s, 30s. I've been there. But life has given me so many lessons, and I sat with the lessons long enough, right? And I started to heal, and I went to therapy, and I took those lessons and I said, you know what? You've been able to recover from every other thing that has come into your life.
Yes.
There is probably nothing that you cannot overcome.
Yes. Yes.
Because again, I was where she is. I never spoke it out loud the way she did. And I don't even think I knew that if I spoke it out loud, I would be giving up the king, giving up the keys. But it never dawned on me to say that out loud. You know, it never dawned on me to be like, if you cheat on me, I'm just not going to be able to make it.
Why you saying like that?
I was just being petty. I was just being petty. I was just being petty because why? Because why? Like, I was just so done after that. Like, no. Listen, I got all the faith and belief in my husband, all the things that we built, all the things that we're going to continue to build. But I honestly just live with such an awareness and a knowing that if I go to him and I say, if you do something, do X or Y to me, that I'm just going to crumble and fall. Right. Knowing my husband's heart, he will not use that against me. Okay?
Mr. Diggs.
You told Harpo to beat me.
That's right.
Shit. Okay, it really was. It was some color purple shit.
That was
girl. You sit up here in this man face talking about, I just wouldn't recover. I just wouldn't recover if you cheated on me. And look, all my life I had to fight. Cause baby, you better Miss Sophia your ass on down that road. Okay, Miss Sophia took them babies and got her ass on up out of there. She recovered from getting hit on.
She did. She kept going.
You can recover, and I think that's worse than cheating.
Right.
Somebody put their hands on me. That's worse than you cheating on me.
I think so.
Miss Sophia got her ass on up out of there. Got on that buggy, that horse and buggy, and got on her ass on up out of there. Okay. Right. So listen. Don't hand over no keys to nobody for your destruction, for your demise. Don't ever do that, please. If you don't listen to nothing else I say, please love yourself enough.
Man.
Love yourself enough not to put yourself in that type of position.
Right.
Okay, so here's my closing, and then I'm gonna open it up for some questions, because we just talked this whole thing through. I do not walk around expecting a mistake. While simultaneously, I don't walk around with the fear of a mistake. Right? So I understand, and I'm aware enough as a realist that whatever happens, if anything ever happens, the recovery of that process is my job. It's mine to do. That responsibility is not Marcus's. It's not my mama's. It ain't nobody else's but mine. It's my work to do, to heal from that. And that's real love for myself. That's real accountability for myself.
Yes.
So anybody that's been listening, do not hand over, do not relinquish your power to anybody in that capacity by letting them know what they can do to break your ass down. Okay? Please don't do that to yourself. you will be doing yourself a disservice. It's gonna hurt, but your ass gonna live. That's my point. Shit. Your ass gonna live. Get your ass on that horse and buggy and get the hell up out of there. Get away from Mister.
She shaving Mister. She was about that was like, oh.
I didn't see that. I didn't see I ain't see that one.
Oh my God.
Do we have any comments or questions or anything? Shimeka closes us out and says her last words.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Coleman. Why they typing?
Who is the Doobie? Who is it? Go get him.
Doobie, you ain't catching nobody.
Sick him. I tell you, one day my dog let me know somebody was breaking into my car. Years ago when I first had Doobie, and in the middle of the night he was barking at the window, and my car was parked like right under the window, and I was like, I'm on the second floor, and I was like, Doobie, stop, Doobie, be quiet, be quiet. I was like, Doobie, right? Got mad at him. Girl, the next morning my car had gotten broken into, and I never told Doobie stop barking ever again. I was like, I said, good job, Doobie. Who out there? Because I should have gotten my behind up and looked out.
Yeah, Doobie be telling it.
He do. Somebody at the door, mama.
Even if they ain't doing nothing, Doobie telling it.
They just walking across. He let me know. He let me know when the cats is on my on my patio.
What you got for us, cousin?
So okay. I do. I just want to be in agreement with Keya. Like, you can and you will recover from anything. You are strong enough and you are capable enough to recover from anything. And again, that's not the worst thing that could happen to somebody is somebody cheating on you, to break you. And it's I think we've been told, we tell ourselves lies sometimes. Sometimes we lie to ourselves. So let's stop lying to ourselves, We gotta stop lying to ourselves and tell ourselves something. We will make it through. We will make it through. Man, like if you look back on your life and remember what you've overcome and what you've come thus far, you will make it. And we gotta start speaking those things to ourselves. We gotta watch what we speak and watch what we say. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always gonna be the person that says, use the instinct and the discernment that you have to understand and be able to be clear about what it is that you have with another person, first and foremost, right? But more importantly, know who you are. Love who you are. And I know we have been taught as women, you got to put a man first, then you got to put your kids first, then you got to put somebody else first, then you got
to come last.
The list goes on about how we should put all these other people first.
Everybody.
Okay. Now, you do whatever you want to do in your house. Right. I am not here to tell nobody what to do in their house.
Right.
But I am going to tell you this. The lower you are on that list, the lower that you are on that list that you put yourself on, okay, you will be the one that suffers. You will be the one saying, I can't recover.
Right.
Because you've allowed other people to dictate and tell you where you should be on your own list.
Yes.
The world really is loud with all kinds of suggestions and bullet points about how you should live your life. I think some women may agree with me. I think we are capable enough to know on our own. I'll leave it there. We are capable enough to know on our own. I don't see any questions. I see any comments on either side. So we will close out. We haven't been able to close out in this way in a while because we've been going over a lot.
Mhm.
So let's close out. We need to be closed out.
Let's wait. Let's take a deep breath in. Breathe in slowly. Slowly. I'm gonna count to 5. We're gonna do it twice. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And breathe out your mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And breathe out your mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5. We thank you guys for showing up. More importantly, we thank you for showing up for yourself. And we just appreciate that you engage us and that you just enjoy sitting with us and chatting with us. And we're appreciative of it, and we're grateful for it. And all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. How does it get any better than that? And what else is possible? And thank you again, guys.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, we appreciate you.
Yes.
I feel so much lighter. I always feel so much lighter when we go through that.
Yeah.
What we share here is our own experiences. It's not to tell you how to live your life. Take what resonates, release what doesn't.
Yes.
But as always, we always share love and light. We always share things that we want to be helpful to people. We can't say that it is or not, but we want it to be helpful. As women ourselves, we want women to operate in their wholeness, in their wellness.
Yes.
To heal and to understand their value.
Yes.
Next Tuesday, Junior Lily and Marcus will be on the mic, and we hope that you will come and support them next Tuesday. Until next time, y'all, thanks so much for supporting. And if you are watching the replay, make sure you put #replay. Till next time. Peace.